Hello everyone, and welcome to a very special episode of Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age here on Dork Tales. This is Darcie's Level 5 Arete Seeking, as we press forward to see whether or not Darcie is going to become a Master of the Arts. With me today, of course, is Robin playing Darcie. Hey Robin, how's it going?
Going good. I'm super nervous.
Yeah, it's a big step in your development, both as a player and a character. So I'm excited. And Darcie's development. Just a reminder, if you're listening to a Seeking for the first time right now, my Seekings tend to involve both magical and personal lore, and that your avatars are tending to want you to have both kinds of development, rather than strictly the magical kind that are often hinted about in the books, that it's more of a magical quest. Because of the nature of reality and the nature of Mage the Ascension, I like to think that the development of the self and the development of one's magic are linked. And that's one of the reasons I stress about making this so much. So I hope you have a great time. Before we begin, though, I just wanted to let you know that this game contains mature themes. There are going to be discussions of sexuality, violence, horror, and other things that will become very apparent as we are going in there. Listener discretion is advised, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Before we begin, Robin, do you have any questions?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think let's just go.
Let's do it. Okay.
Do it.
As Darcie and Sam's lips met, there, on the floor of that ancient temple, soon their bodies became intertwined as well. Bare flesh touched bare flesh, sweat mingled with sweat, and the scent of desire and union filled the air. As Darcie lay back, there was an initial feeling of pain, followed by a building pleasure. The satiation of a hunger that she had not known could be sated. A thirst that she did not know could be quenched. The rush of blood and passion filled both her body and mind. And as it grew, darkness took the edges of her vision as something built deep inside of her. Clutching her eyes shut against the sensation, she fell. More deeply and thoroughly than she had ever fallen in her life. And this is where we will begin tonight. The stone floor of the chamber is cold beneath your feet. Once more you find yourselves in the circular room with the 10 doors. Sconces burn above 4 of them. And you can see that many of them, 5 of them, remain closed, shut tight. But one, the next in the row, is open, and darkness lies on the other side.
I guess here we go again.
Do you step through?
Yeah, Darcie will confidently, I guess, try and stride for the door, because she's in her quiet right now, so she's in her quiet era, and so she's kind of like, she's gonna stride confidently into that door.
Okay. Stepping through the door, the darkness will swirl around you. It will envelop you. And you do not expect it to be, but the darkness is warm and comforting. The sheets are soft. They are freshly washed, with only the scent of a night's rest upon them. You can smell the familiar dew of your hair and lips on the pillow. And a bit of light spills across you, illuminating your brow as the figure stands in the doorway. The old hinges creak as the door shuts, and you can hear hard-soled shoes making their way across the wooden floorboards. You are dressed in your sleeping gown, or however Darcie prefers to sleep when she is comfortable and safe. You feel full, rested, as if you'd gone to bed at an early hour and taken advantage of an entire night. And it is here that we begin. As the woman leans over and brushes a bit of hair out of your eyes. Good morning, love. How are you doing today? Did you sleep well? A familiar voice that you have not heard in several years calls you to full wakefulness. This is a dreamlike stupor that you find yourself in. Everything that is happening in this seeking is going to seem mostly sensible, mostly true, like most dreams do. They have their internal logic, they have their internal rules, and inside of them, the fact that you are sitting up in bed, looking at your Aunt Charlotte, is simultaneously both strange and typical. She is dressed nicer than you've seen her, in her church clothes. A little bit of mistletoe pinned to the lapel of her frock. Her hair is pulled back. She was always a square-built woman. A bit more blocky than you, shorter, with thick fingers. She smiles at you, though, and that's where the similarity between you truly became visible to you as you were growing up. The dimples. Her freckles part as the smile crosses her face, like stars sweeping across the sky. Darcie?
Sorry, did I sleep in again?
It's your day, you're allowed to sleep in. I just wanted to check with you. We should probably start getting you ready. It's almost the evening.
My day?
Your day. We've got to consecrate things. We've got to make way. And how are we feeling today? You realize that she's not speaking directly to you, but instead lower. And as you glance down, you'll see that the comfortable cotton nightdress that you're wearing has a tremendous bulge beneath your breasts. Your belly is large and swollen. And the weight of it is quite something.
Consecrate? What? Sorry, I'm just a bit...
It's all right.
Dazed.
When I had your cousins, I suppose, I was a bit baby-brained as well. Today's the day of the ritual, where we make sure that this little one comes into the world with all manner of good fortune, good luck, and protection for much to come.
Right, of course. Can you just remind me what that entails? I'm
first of
apparently
all,
really foggy.
First of all, we need to get you up and get you dressed. Come on.
Of course, Darcie will.
She'll help you out of bed. Your bare feet are going to touch the dust of the floor. And a little shiver is going to go up your spine and, strangely, through your stomach. There's a shifting motion, and you feel the strangest sensation, a kick.
Huh. She'll probably kind of, maybe not say it out loud, but the kind of internal monologue in her head is like, she's trying to figure out what's going on, what's happening, but also like, I think she's thinking a lot about probably her mom at this point and what it was. She was probably kind of getting a bit of a flash, like trying to not have flashback, but she's probably being like thinking in her head, oh, I wonder if this is what, you know, her mom felt like when she had her. And she's like, this is wild. And she'll kind of like, she'll go and kind of put her hands toward her belly and kind of like, I guess, instinctively kind of like cradle it almost and kind of like steady herself and kind of try and feel like, is this real? Like she's feeling like this is a dream state, but she's also like, she's trying to get a sense of what is going on a little bit. And so she's kind of just like, there, out loud.
Hey, it's a bit of a chilly one today, but it always is as we're getting close to the harvest. Well, take it off. Come on, we've got to get you cleaned up. We can't run late to your own event.
Of course, and she will start undressing.
It's a simple, singular piece of clothing to remove. And sure enough, looking down, you can see that everything is swollen. It's honestly a little harder to see your belly than you expected. But sure enough, there it is. It is, from your perspective, immense. You can even see a bit of a seam running along your belly button. Some stretch marks along the sides from where your stomach had to grow. And it's real. It's there. And your aunt goes and grabs a washing basin that was sitting next to an open window. She takes a fresh sea sponge, dips it in the water with a bit of herbs floating around the top, and begins to wash you. calling on the ancient magics to cleanse you in the tradition of your family. Glancing outside and seeing that afternoon is waning. You can even see a hint of the moon. And you'll know instinctively that that basin was left there to collect moonlight. With the moon's silvery glow and her blessing, your aunt runs the sponge along your skin. It is cold, and once more the baby will kick. I'm proud of you.
Active.
What?
I just apparently didn't like the cold as much as I did either. Active.
Well, I mean, the babe's in a nice, warm, snuggly place. Would seek to resist feeling any type of cold.
That's yeah, I would too, honestly, if I didn't want to get out of bed.
All right.
But you were saying you're proud of me?
Now look who's fishing for compliments. I am proud of you. Of course I am. You've become a right, proper woman.
Thank you, Auntie Charlotte.
I do miss the days when you'd call me ma'am, though.
I mean, I can still call you ma'am.
There are other people for that. Soon enough, though, you'll be wearing the title.
Don't know if I'm quite ready for that, but...
Oh, I don't think it's quite your choice.
No, I don't think so either. I think it's one of those things that kind of just gets thrust on you and you kind of just have to accept it.
Thrust on you? You sure you were doing it right? Well, I suppose you must have been. Now hold out your arms. Let's get you dressed.
And she will.
She dresses you. The robe that you are placed in, it notches and binds at the center across your chest, but is cut in a way to hang open, to drape around the expanse of your belly. She does not give you shoes, but instead merely holds up a wreath, a crown to put around your long red hair. It's fragrant, and you can see that it is bound and made of rowan, poppies, and vervain. It smells like the wild places of the world. And she places it on your brow. And there is a weight to it that does not feel physical. Come now.
Of course.
She leads you outside of the house that you recognize as being the one you were raised in. Outside, there is not just your home, but a number of thatch-roofed cottages. Dozens of them surround you in a haphazard village. Some of them are new, some of them are quite old. Some of them look like the types of houses that you passed by when you were a child, the old ruins in the countryside. You can see and hear the sound of life on the inside of them. Perhaps other people preparing their own rituals. You can hear the chatter of life around you. Aunt Charlotte takes you along the dirt path between these buildings. And as she walks you, you can hear the sound of the nearby woods, the birds overhead. You can feel the pulse of life through your bare feet, up through the dirt. You can feel every worm crawling beneath your feet. The bugs moving through the grass. The hunger of the birds keeping an eye on both. The hunger of the barn cats watching them. And so on. And as she leads you up toward the top of this hill, you are going to see that there is a figure silhouetted by the fading afternoon sun. The horizon is cast in red, but you will recognize the tall, spindly woman who looks down at you. Her eyes are harsh. They always have been. There is a warmth to her demeanor, though, as she looks upon you. "How long were you going to keep me waiting, Darcie Harkness?" Mai says to you.
A huge pang of just pain just hits Darcie. You know, when you have those dreams of loved ones that are no longer with you, and you have that recognition, and you kind of in the back of your mind know that they're not there, but that your brain is putting them there. I think Darcie has that sense of like joy, relief, and then just that this kind of like, why have I done like that like that pain of like, I know when I wake up this is not going to be, but I'm going to enjoy this in the moment kind of thing. And she'll be like, sorry, I just, carrying around a little extra weight. It's a bit, you know, just, slower going than I remember.
Well, wipe that maudlin look off your face. The last thing that I need is to prepare you for this with a sad look. You should be happy. This is an exaltation of all that you've done. You are lucky, and don't give me that look. I'm not reducing you to just a baby factory. But you're taking a very important step in the chain of your life, in the chain of your blood.
I understand.
Good.
I was going to give you just a bit of a comment about Baby Factory, but I also understand the importance.
How about you give me a hug? I'm not going to be here forever, you know.
Of course not.
But I am
Darcie's
here
going
now.
to, like...
You're going to hug her?
Yeah.
And she's going to whisper that into your ear. But I am here now. I'm here for you for this. I wouldn't have missed this for the world.
Darcie's gonna whisper back and be like, thank you, Mai. I miss you.
I miss you too. But I'm not far away. I'm always watching your shenanigans. Now we need to get you ready. Hold still. Once again, a shock of cold is going to course through you as Mai's fingers begin to work over the expanse of your belly. You can see herbs mixed with paint and pigment. She proceeds with finger and brush to cover you with symbols of witchcraft, blessings, bindings, calls to the old ones for aid, for protection, and for guidance to make sure that the blood flows smoothly from one generation to the next. She covers your stomach, your bare legs and arms, paints a symbol on each of your cheeks around the dimples that you can't quite hold in from the chill of the materials. Everything smells very strongly, very herbal. It smells like home. But not only the home that you grew up in. As Mai works, you can see there's a little bit of dirt around the edge of her fingers that doesn't match the pigments. And that while her pallor is not deathly, it is paler than you are used to seeing her in life. What she marks you with smells like the home that we will all rest in. The embrace of the mother we will all return to. There we go. Now you look like a proper witch.
I'm starting to feel like one too.
Then let's get on with it, shall we?
No time like the present.
The sun is beginning to set, and she takes you by the hand and leads you toward the village square. It is there that you will see several things waiting for you. In front, you will see the crackle of a small bonfire. She leads you to the edge of the square. You can see that there is a small bonfire waiting there. There's a large looming shape in the distance that you cannot make out because of the way that the light is hitting you. The darkness has fallen all around, and you can hear the sound of distant chatter and preparation from the other buildings, but in the square there are only 3 figures. Yourself, Mai, and a cloaked one, standing just opposite the fire as you. Mai walks you to the edge of the square, squeezes your hand. Go on.
Any words of wisdom before I embark?
You're wise enough. Go.
All right. She'll take a step forward.
On the other side of the fire, the figure is going to step forward. A long cloak of green billows down to the ground. They step around the side of the fire, not crossing the halfway point. but they look at you. With a slow, smooth motion, they sweep their hood back, revealing a face that you have dreamed of 1,000 times more than you have ever seen. But one that looks so similar to the woman that looks you in the mirror every morning that it is uncanny. She runs her hair through the long, curled locks of auburn and lets them cascade down her back almost as long as the cloak. And the middle-aged woman in front of you is undoubtedly your mother. Hello, my love.
Hello, Mom?
You've come so far. I'm so sorry that I was not here to help you in the hard times, but I'm here now.
Darcie's gonna start walking towards her?
She will smile and will open her arms to embrace you.
Darcie's going to hug back. She's going to try and like smell and see if it's like she's basically trying to take in her mother and try and like if it's like
She smells like everything you imagined and everything you remember. When people talk about mothers, this is what you smell. And it has been so long since you've been able to.
I'm so happy.
I'm so proud of you. You have grown into an amazing woman. I have seen and heard so many of your adventures.
I never would have believed that I could have been capable of doing anything that has happened in the last few years. It just happens and
We all knew. Even Mai. Although, she'd likely never have told you. She's unique in her own way, ain't she?
I thought she is. Still miss her every day. As with you.
You never have to miss me. I am always there. We are always by you, watching. We are always within you, beating through that heart, just as you will be with her. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What you do today honors the bloodline. It keeps it strong. It offers protection for the child that you will bear into this dark world. It will light the way and will light the future. I call upon the blessings of all those who came before call upon the blood in our shared veins. I call upon the magic that has blessed our souls as one, to guide you and give you strength in the days ahead. My daughter, my peer. Witch of the Green. Take up the torch. She gestures a hand down into the fire, where you can see an intricately carved torch made of hawthorn is crackling.
She'll reach down and grab the torch.
It is heavy with the weight of ages, with the weight of responsibility. And your mother smiles. Only you can do what must be done. Pay the gods for their blessing. And she will step aside and let you walk past her.
She will walk past.
The sound of the bonfire fades behind you. There's only the crackle of the torchlight in your hand. And it is then that you are going to see the darkness, the silhouette. It is immense, 40 feet tall. It is the shape of a man. Its legs, arms, head, and torso made from wrapping wicker vines. Planted in the ground at a bare clearing inside of the village. A patch of earth that has been bound to this purpose for thousands of years. Stones ring it, almost above your ankle in height, like a fire pit. You look at the immense man made of wicker in front of you, and you can smell the old oils that have coated its legs. There is a bit of motion as you approach. And up in the chest, some 12 feet above where you stand, you will see a shape. Oh, fuck, thank God. Darcie. Darce.
Sam, what are you doing?
Sam is inside of the torso of the Wicker Man. He is naked. He is dirty, covered in runes that have been painted, much like yours, but in white paint. You can see that the Wicker Man is painted with similar runes of sacrifice, of power, of blessing. He grabs the edge of the cage that he rests inside of and rattles them. I don't know what happened, but I want to get the hell out of here. I'm tied up beyond this. I can't move.
What? Do you remember anything? What happened?
I don't remember a damn thing. We were together, and then I was here. And they said something about a sacrifice? I'm really hoping this is some type of big fucking mistake, Darcie, because I ain't about to be sacrificed to weird witchy shit. Darcie.
Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna let you die.
Good. Okay. Let's just think this through. We just gotta get me out of here, okay?
Yeah, of course.
At the edge of the square, you can see a hooded shape. And then a second. And then a third. Charlotte, Mai, and your mother stand behind you in a semicircle. They all watch you impassively, waiting to see what you will do. What do you do? Do you ask anything, say anything, do anything?
She's going to look to the three of them and go, why?
Mai will speak up first. Magic requires sacrifice. Your bloodline is powerful. And to keep it powered and pure, you have to be willing to give anything for it. He's done his part. It may seem harsh, but you know it to be true. There is no need for a man to follow you as the maiden becomes mother. Your Aunt Charlotte will then say, "You have to do what's best for the child, pet. This will ensure that. As much as it would be nice and as good as it would be to have a man around the house like that, and he seems like a good one, you have to think of the future. And you have to think of her. Your mother watches you. Think of all of the trouble I could have stopped if I'd been strong enough to take the step before your father rotted like an apple. Only you can close the loop, Darcie. Only you can protect your daughter. What are you willing to do for her?" Darcie, don't listen to them.
This is wrong. This is sacrificing the part. She's not 100% mine. She's part him. Why would I sacrifice? No, there has to be another way. There has to be another way to protect her, and if there must be some other ritual.
If there was another ritual, your mother says, don't you think we would have found it?
Why didn't you do that with him then?
I was weak. And look what came to you. This is the only way.
There has to be another way.
You are going to feel a twist of pain in your stomach. And a splash of blood runs down your thighs. It is like a dagger being twisted inside of your belly. The women look very concerned. We are besieged by forces from beyond. Always. Things that try to ground down the ways of the wick. Things that try to ground us out of existence. The Christians tried it. The eaters of the weak have tried it. We have always persevered. Since the oldest times. It's the only way. You feel your stomach twist again. A frantic kicking. An urgent one. What do you do?
Is there a dagger anywhere? Is there any sort of ceremonial dagger?
Yes, there is. There is one. We'll say that there's one on a nearby altar.
Are the runes on Sam and Darcie the same, just in different colors?
It is the difference between like a plus and minus on a battery. Okay. Inverted, outgoing and ingoing.
Okay.
What do you do? The pain grows. Something is wrong. Something cold is creeping into you. Darcie, pet, there's no time for hesitation. Your aunt says.
Darcie is going to try to attempt a C-section on herself.
Okay. Sweeping the ritual knife up, you delicately plunge the dagger into your belly, carefully cutting around. Carefully circumventing muscle and womb. The pain is unfathomable. And the dagger will drop to the ground as you finish. And with shaking, bloodied hands, will pull out the small, not quite completely formed child. Premature. And still. The women look on, horrified. Sam rattles his cage. At your feet, the torch continues to sputter and burn.
Proper mother is willing to do anything for her child. I am not going to be a murderer. Not of an innocent life. So I will burn. I will make that sacrifice. I need Sam to live.
Someone is going to have to teach your daughter in the ways, now that I am gone, Mai says. I can't be there to raise her like I raised you, and even now, look at her, she's stillborn without her mother. Darcie, I know that it's hard, Mother says. If I could have done anything to not abandon you, I would have. Had I not been taken from you, I would have been with you every moment that you would have let me. Don't condemn her to the same childhood you had. Darcie? I can't see what's going on down there, but that fire's getting uncomfortably close. What do you do? Darcie, Harkness. The baby in your hands is cold and still. There might be some life left able to be put into it. The torch sputters at your feet. There is a knife. There is blood. There is enough that you can enact any ritual that you see fit.
She would like to try and give her life force into the baby. She does not want to kill Sam. She doesn't think that this is the right way. There's old ways, but she does not think that that sacrificing someone that helped make this child should be given. And if it is, it should be given willingly. That is what a true sacrifice is. And so she will try and perform a ritual to put her life essence and protection into the baby herself. She knows there's Sam, and she knows there's Evelyn, Josephine, and Chastity that would be able to raise her or find her a proper coven.
The ritual does not take long to enact. The women cannot get closer to you, and they will not, but they watch you with sadness. As you paint the last rune of binding and hope and healing on the stillborn's face. And bind it with a kiss. The baby's brow is chilly, and your lips are warm, and the contrast is shocking. But as you do, you call upon the old ways. You call upon the ways that you were taught by your mother through your blood, through your aunt by your rearing, and through by years of tutelage. You call upon the love that this little girl was created with, that you received from Sam. And you breathe one last and critical breath into her lips. The torch sputters at your feet. It falls silent. Everything begins to fall silent as the darkness begins to take your vision. The ground welcomes you to it as you fall over. The blood loss and your last breath carrying you to the ground. And as darkness and silence overtakes you, one last sound breaks through it. As a young girl screams her first breath, born on her mother's dying breath. As Darcie shuts her eyes one last time, the baby is picked up by its father, dressed in the clothing that she remembers him in from the train, that Darcie remembers him in. He is standing with the swaddled babe in a large city square. American or European, it is impossible to tell. To his left and right are the other members of Darcie's new coven. Josephine Carrington, Evelyn Taylor, and Chastity Prudence Goodwin. There are other faces there as well. Faces that have helped you along your journey, that you will see looming over in protection. This baby will not be unprotected. This baby has a family that stretches beyond blood. And as Sam holds the child to his chest, you're going to see a dark shape perch itself on his shoulder. And the one-eyed cat looks down and says, "Don't worry, little one. I'll look after you. Just like I looked after your ma and her ma." And Darcie, you feel a hand on your shoulder as you watch this from the darkness of the vignette. Your mother's hand, dressed in the simple clothes of the only photograph you ever had of her. Mai is there dressed in one of those frilly Victorian outfits. and your Aunt Charlotte is dressed in her normal, daily chore outfits. And your mother stands next to you. Come on, my love. We need to go where we can only watch.
I'm sorry.
And she simply smiles at you. You have nothing to be sorry about. You were just being a mother. There's never anything to be sorry about when it comes to love. And the three women will embrace her. And as they do, Darcie, your vision will fade. And somewhere, in a stone room, a door will seal. And a torch will flicker to life. And I think that's where we're going to call this. Congratulations. You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was not an easy one, was it?
Nope.
I was wondering how you were going to go. And because there were a couple of different options I had for success.
Mm-hmm. Just to confirm, I succeeded, yes?
You succeeded. We need to find an adjective for you, for your new residence.
Mm-hmm.
But, for example, if you had, because you have a questing essence.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a primordial essence, you would have failed. For refusing to sacrifice something for growth.
Yeah.
But for questing, my note here is that the goal is to learn that life magic is about creation and destruction. And that you have to be willing to sacrifice to achieve growth. My note is that if you refuse to light the fire, you may fail. However, my interpretation of this is that Darcie had the option of going with a tried and true method, but was willing to continue with a different path, to expand the journey further, to seek out new things based on what she had learned on her quest. So not ending the cycle, but perpetuating it in her own way through her experiences and self. And for me, that seemed like an equally good answer.
Yeah, for the mindset of Darcie, this whole, since the last seeking, I took the life specialty of injury. And I feel like throughout between this last seeking and this seeking, Darcie has realized she has dealt with a bit of creation and inflicting hurt and pain on the ones that seek to hurt them, but she's also realized that there is the good side of life, and that she doesn't want to do necessarily injury as much as more. She wants to focus on light and love, and that also with being a mother, that a mother should be willing to give up everything for her child, and she feels like sacrificing Sam is the quote-unquote easy route
That's true. That's true. And pointing that out midway through is like it was interesting to run that for you and see your opinion, because with Seekings it's very difficult to go into it without this mindset of, oh, how is the player going to try to snake out of this? Because a lot of times
Yeah.
that's what players do. Like they look for easy
Mm-hmm.
ways out of things.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I don't want to do the hard thing. I want to try to see if I can come up with a sneaky way around it. It's like, well, no, sometimes you have to make a hard choice.
Yeah.
And you did. You made it wasn't the choice that I had expected for you, but it was a hard choice and a very final choice that wasn't simply like, I rebel against the machine and I light my mother on fire or something like that. Like it could have been, I can see that a different player might have done something very different with this.
Yeah, no, Darcie knew the sacrifice had to be made, but she's like, I do not want this. This is not the sacrifice that she can make. And so she will make a sacrifice for herself. That is something that's incredibly hard.
Of herself?
And having to, of herself. And she will have to live. She will be passing on the daughter not having her mother, kind of like how she was. But Darcie also was like, I didn't grow up with my mom, but my aunt and I had strong women to guide me. And if for her, it's like, I cannot go through life being like, I had to sacrifice your dad. Because the whole thing was like, Sammy is a part of her. This child is partial Darcie, partial Sam. And so she's like, I can't destroy the thing that makes a part of you. Like,
fair.
I will sacrifice myself, and you may hate me later as a child for doing that, but I'm not going to kill your dad.
All right. So before next game, we are going to come up with what your adjective is for your new resonance. I am leaning toward a couple of directions involving the sacrifice or the giving of things, but I want to make sure it's the right one for you. But so if you have any suggestions, please let me know. But in the meanwhile, congratulations being Arete 5. You excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
All it took was for you to knock some boots. And congratulations, you've gone into your mother era. Now there's only one way up, and it's crone.
I can't wait for that. My hag era.
Your hag era. Everybody wants their hag era.
Yeah. Well, thanks for running this, Kelly.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And for those of you who are listening in to this special Seeking, thanks for listening and for joining us always with Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you join us again for episode 21, which is coming up later this week. All of my love, and all of our love, I guess, to you. And stay magical, folks. Talk to you soon.
Bye.